Hello everyone and welcome to Group D of the Intel Extreme Masters Season 2, and we're starting this one with quite the highlight match between the two favorites of this group. It is HoT, the Ukrainian Night Elf player who's spawning down here in the bottom left spawn position of Twisted Meadows in pink. He starts with Altar and Moonwell first. He was the second ranked player of Season 1. He is one of the greatest European Night Elf players that we've ever had. One of the greatest, the most many great ones, I guess. It's kind of a personal point of view deal, but I think Creo and HoT probably share the first two ranks of that ranking. And his opponent from Russia, the Undead player, Happy. I guess he is without much of a doubt the greatest Undead player that Europe has ever seen, especially known for his spectacular micro. And he is going to start with Altar, Crypt and Ziggurat, which is slightly delayed. So this is the Ziggurat with 4 Acolytes build. So his Death Knight is going to be slightly delayed compared to HoT's first hero, which actually is the Warden here. So he's not building an Ancient of War here early on. So one strategy back then was to get the Demon Hunter early on and a late in-base Agent of War for a couple of archers together with the Demon Hunter to fend off any potential early pressure that could arise from DK and ghouls. But the Warden isn't nearly as tanky as the Demon Hunter, and therefore the strategy is not supposed to work out with a Warden first. But yeah, let's see what HoT has up his sleeve here to maybe catch Happy off guard. He's moving out some wisps and builds an Ancient of War here in front of the Goblin Laboratory and the Hunter's Hall. So he's going for a Huntress build. And yeah, Warden is out, heading straight towards the middle of the map. His Wisp Scout was very, very early. Let's see if... nice. Finding a safe spot here for the Wisp. Safe from the DK. By the way, second Ziggurat already for Happy, no graveyard or anything like that, so we're gonna see a regular ghoul build here by him. DK moving out on the map, Warden moving out on the map, and he's even going for a second Ancient of War here very early on. Two big Ancient of War creeps coming up on the left hand side for the Warden. Of course she needs a lot more leveling compared to the Demon Hunter early on, as she really relies on an early level 3 to get her to her full potential, or at least her full early game potential. But Happy scouts at least one of the Ancients of War, so he has somewhat of an idea of what's happening. He's seen the Hunter's Hall early on as well. The Warden is just dancing around here, but the DK is there, so there's nothing she can achieve, but she just wants to win time to get ready for the Ancient of Wars. And both of them have finished right now, but Happy has scouted both of them as well. So HoT going for a rather crazy opening here, and Happy going for some equally crazy scouting, and he sees everything, and based on that information he is going to be able to make his decision, and we'll see how well he's going to be able to deal with this approach by HoT. For the moment he just starts creeping a little camp. The Warden is heading back across the map. By the way, the DK is skilled already and he's got no aura, so coil first by him. Scout Acolyte is still hanging around here. The Ancient of War at the Natural has been uprooted already, not the one at the Goblin Lab. The Hunter's Hall, not really sure what he wanted with that, because so far he's only producing archers. And Happy just coiled down the Wisp here after attacking it with a skeleton, making sure to be able to start this creep camp here without having a Wisp detonate him. And at the same time he's giving the natural expansion creep camp to HoT. He sees it with the Acolyte, but yeah, now there's not really anything he can do about it anymore. And Hurry Up of Vitality for the Warden, not exactly what she was hoping for, but given that one of her weaknesses, especially late game, is her vulnerability to the nuke, I guess it's not all that horrible for HoT. Happy on the other hand has reached level 2 right now, so has HoT. But yeah, as I said previously, the Warden really peaks early on level 3, not on level 2, so maybe that's why Happy was willing to allow HoT to creep a little bit while also getting the level 2 on his DK, coming in with a bunch of ghouls right now. 5 to be exact. The Wisp gets detonated here after the coil, so that's a lot of mana going for HoT, and he immediately, for Happy, and he immediately loses a ghoul as well. Nice blocking, secures him the kill on one of the archers as well. Skeleton is being split off, but the Wisp is being microed immediately as well. Another Moonwell even being added here on the left hand side of the map, so Happy, HoT really being a lot of his buildings there early on. No mana on the DK currently for a coil, so another ghoul is gonna fall, another archer is falling as well. Surround attempt by Happy, and he's actually getting it very nicely done. He's gonna have mana right now to coil this ghoul for one more time, but yeah, the damage output is quite big already by HoT, and therefore this ghoul is probably still going to fall. DK, together with a bunch of ghouls, he tried to do a bit of harassment here, to be a little bit aggressive, some blocking here by the skeleton. Nicely done, making sure that the ghouls are all going to survive. I was just about to say, but then this ghoul turned around, but another block by the skeleton definitely secures at least these 3 ghouls' lives. So Happy didn't really do all too much, and in the meantime we do see that HoT is building a quick expansion here already. Tier 3 started immediately, or very quickly, by Happy, and he's gotten the second crypt, which was very much to be expected given that this is Twisted Meadows. So the expansion here, I don't think that Happy can do anything about that anymore, and I think he might be overcommitting here a little bit if he's actually trying to go for the kill. The Warden is coming in, one more Shadow Strike available. Back then, of course, 65 mana, not 75 as it is these days. And yeah, killing one more ghoul, another ghoul is going to fall, and this is not good for Happy. This time HoT is the one doing some blocking, another archer is probably going to fall, but given that the expansion has finished right now, at least the Tree of Life, not the Entangled Goldmine yet. Dust is being used, and another archer is falling here, so 2 archers for 2 ghouls. But yeah, HoT, the one with the expansion, is definitely happy with that trade. Warden and DK both are getting closer to level 3. Warden is going to continue creeping here. This one is not going to do it yet, but yes, eventually he's going to reach the level 3. In the meantime, more gargoyles for Happy. Expansion, or Entangled Goldmine, soon to finish. Tier 2, soon to finish as well. And other than that, I'm not really sure what the early Hunter's Hall was all about. But other than that, a very good opening so far for HoT. Happy with 6 gargoyles out already, so the harassment is going to become quite annoying extremely early on already. Yeah, Happy with the DK chilling a little bit inside of his own base. With all the ghouls harvesting lumber, had a very quick tech obviously, and he's already almost tier 3. HoT in the meantime, yeah, continues creeping down here, and this is going to be level 3 for the Warden, and she's going to be very satisfied with that. Sitting at the tavern here, getting the Panda second, getting double Ancient of Lore. He's on tier 2, shop has finished, the Tree of Life still at 900 HP, there are 5 Wisps still in the mine, no others around to repair, and actually HoT is a little bit out of position. The archers are nearby, but he cannot just run in with the archers all by themselves. So this Tree of Life, I think he should still be able to hold it, but 2 detonates, only getting the kill on 2 skeletons in total, and now this Tree of Life is slowly running lower, and is he actually gonna have a chance of killing that? The Warden is just going for the DK here, not for the fragile gargoyles. Happy is repositioning those towards the left hand side, now switching focus fire, going for one of the Wisps here, and he's probably going to be forced to Town Portal, so nope, the Tree of Life is going to make it. Wow, did that Breath of Fire just miss? But even if, I'm not sure. I think if it didn't miss with the addition of the damage over time from the level 2 Shadow Strike, I think this would have been pretty bad for the DK. Then again, maybe it didn't miss, I didn't see it entirely. So, expansion is still up. Happy lost his TP, he had to buy 2 heal potions here, used one immediately. Tier 3 has finished though. And what is he gonna do with it? Just Island Expo now says Hasuops, and I think that's a reasonable decision. Yeah, this game somewhat similar to the game between Hasuops and Nightwolf on Twisted Meadows as well. Spawn positions are similar. The Night Elf player got an expansion through not as early, but still quite early. And the undead went for an island expansion immediately, and that seems to be Happy's plan as well. The last hit is going to Happy, the item is going to Happy as well. It's only the Linehorn of Stormwind though, and the Zeppelin has been stolen by HoT, which is not gaining anything for HoT, but the Death Knight, the Acolyte, and every ground unit of Happy is going to be delayed a little bit in getting across the river here. Warden using a Clarity, hiding, and he's even forced to abandon the creep camp for now as the DK is taking so much damage here again, and he's gotta use another heal potion. In the meantime, the Panda, the first bunch of Dryads, and the first bunch of Archers are creeping, so this is looking all fine for HoT so far. Warden could definitely use an Invul potion as well. Lich is out right now with the Orb. DK is level 3, so now the nuke is going to become a lot more threatening for this Warden, so she isn't going to be able to stay as close to the undead army as she did previously. And now the Zeppelin can finally be bought for Happy. The Acolyte is patrolling down here. Sobi Mask for the Panda, Ring of Protection +2 for the Panda, so he grabbed this one as well. And he's very close to reaching level 3, which is going to happen here in just a second. Expansion is safely running. Still tier 2 for HoT. And Happy is creeping his own island expansion. Right now he's going to get a huge load of XP here from the level 10 Red Drake, even losing a Gargoyle. By the way, 1-0 upgrades on those Gargoyles already. Item wise, not getting anything yet. Replenishment Potion and Red Drake Egg, which is not going to be too difficult to deal with given that there are Dryads with this spell available already. And a second Sobi Mask for HoT, and according to Hasuops, an XP Tome as well, who seems to be a fan of Happy here, which of course makes sense given that he's undead and that he's his clanmate at Mousesports. So level 3-3 for the Night Elf here is almost 4 on the Panda already, who quickly healed up at the Moonwell here. No staff yet for HoT. I'm guessing he's gonna get that eventually. He's got the first Immo Potion and Heal Scroll at the Goblin Merchant here. And just doing another Shadow Strike on the DK continues being annoying, doing a bit of damage. So far he's been able to force 2 heal potions out of him already. Happy continues creeping for the moment, Belt of Giant Strength, level 4 on the DK. Let's see what his skills here, level 1 Aura, so he's going for Death Pact here. Which makes sense given how the Warden has acted so far. Always casting the Shadow Strike on the DK. Lich is slowly approaching level 3 as well, but the Panda and the bunch of ranged units are coming in here. But there's actually a lot of Gargoyles around. I'm not really sure if that's the greatest fight to take without the Warden there. Breath of Fire didn't really do all too much damage, and now with the Orb and the Focus Fire, I think he could just take down all of these Dryads very quickly, so a bit of a overcommitment by HoT as far as I can tell. But he only lost one Dryad for doing so. In the meantime, expansion is coming, and Happy seems to be, slowly getting into shape here as well. His heroes are looking decently, almost as well leveled as the heroes of his opponent. Slaughterhouse is being added pretty quickly here by him, so I'm guessing first statue will be produced as soon as he's going over 50. 1-0 upgrade still on the Gargoyles, nothing more coming. One heal scroll only for Happy at the moment. I mean, there was only one heal scroll available here because the other one was bought by the Warden early on. And the Panda continues creeping here immediately. Tier 3 is almost finished for HoT in the meantime. Oh, and the Zeppelin has been bought here, and the Warden is going to drop here, is going to get the kill on the Acolyte, and is she gonna get the gold mine cancelled here all by herself? No, I highly doubt it with the Gargoyles and the heroes coming in here, and she's going to be forced to use the town portal here. The Zeppelin has been killed, Coil Nova onto the Warden, and there still is dust on the DK. She's trying to get down here to maybe use Blink, but that's not going to happen, and therefore this expansion has been saved. The Necropolis eventually is going to be able to produce a couple more Acolytes. In the meantime, the Panda has grabbed almost the entire camp here. Ring of Protection +4, so finally a bad item for HoT as well, and the second expansion is in production. Master coming for Bears already. First defense upgrade. Let's see where are the Dryads. Yeah, 1-0 so far. 1-1 is gonna finish soon. Panda 4.5. Warden 3. She could use some more XP, but with the period of vitality, she's not as easy to nuke. Orb and Steph have been bought in the meantime. And nice dodge of the Breath of Fire here by Happy. So he's showing us why he's known for some impeccable micro. Staff has been used by HoT. The first 3 hippogriffs already in the air as well. But that's not quite enough yet to get these gargoyles out of the air. Panda had to use the immo potion. Gargoyles have to reposition. No more heat scroll for Happy here. That's a bit of an issue. There is still a staff on the Warden, but it might be on cooldown. Immo potion, yeah, cannot be passed because the Panda, well, it can be passed, but the Panda just used one, so it's going to be on cooldown for a second. Rejuvenation can be used by the bear here. It does have exactly 125 mana after switching into Druid shape, and Happy has to drop down here and heal his gargoyles. So both of the players currently with one expansion. This one is going to start running soon. This one is going to start running eventually if Happy is not able to cancel it anymore. With the Panda being there still 160 mana, it might not be the case. 5 hippogriffs by now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 Ancients of Wind added. So huge hippogriff production by the Night Elf player. And this could actually become a huge problem for Happy because, you know, in straight up fights, Gargoyles are not doing all too well against Hippo. So he's gonna have to go into a Hasu up style here maybe and just try and do like Coil Nova and hit and runs and stuff and keep sniping units over and over, because in the straight up fight, I don't see Happy standing any chance in the near future or currently. Only got a bunch of Gargoyles here, and with the huge Hippogriff production that has already started for HoT, he's going to easily be able to get this expansion up and running. So Happy is going to have to shift gears here and go into hit and run mode. Level, still 4.5, 3.5, and he continues only creeping the Panda. So yeah, really seems to value the level 5 on that one greatly. Another 2 Hippos here, a bit out of position. He could get a nuke on those maybe, but the Lich is too far behind, no boots on that one. And therefore all of the Hippogriffs can join up again. And this is actually a fight that Happy seems to commit to, and I'm not too sure about the decision. Breath of Fire not doing too great. Gargoyles landed here and lifted up in the air again. Panda is so close to level 5, but not yet there. A Nova is going into the Hippogriffs. And yeah, Happy, he cannot commit here. The Warden is coming in, going for a Shadow Strike on one of the Gargoyles. Coil is being cast on that one as well. And therefore Happy not losing anything here, but not really gaining anything here as well. 81 says Hasu. That's gonna be the supply of HoT. Let's see. 80, now he did something to get rid of one supply, maybe detonate or build a building somewhere. Nuke on one of the bears, Breath of Fire into the Gargoyles here, and Shadow Strike is able to finish one of them. Happy doesn't have mana for a Nova currently. Maybe he has Dark Ritual on the Lich, but the Warden still has the Immo Potion as well. So if HoT is paying attention, then Happy shouldn't be able to nuke that one. Now Dark Ritual is being used, yeah, and immediately Invo Potion by HoT. He's reacting here just in time, and TP has to be used by Happy, who's really struggling here. I'm curious what his plan is to get back into this game. He's at 52 supply right now, adding a Frostworm against this number of Hippogriffs, but then again, he's not going to go for a straight up fight anytime soon anyway, so this is just going to be a Frostworm to add to the hit and run effort of the undead player. Another cigarette added here, his own. Oh, okay, it's even supply blocked at the moment. The Hippogriff's pretty far out of position, which grants 2 kills to Happy here. Gargoyles flying forward again, Hippogriffs flying forward again, pulling back again. The upside of this Warden is, of course, that with the statues, Happy's got a lot of nuke available. There's no mana burn, and therefore, yeah, mana can be replenished rather quickly, and Coil Nova can be used over and over again. The Warden is taking a decent load of damage here. Again, needs to be wary of some nuke. The Nova goes into the Hippogriffs though. Warden is blinking out, and Happy is charging forward again, going for the next bear. Is that double staff in the meantime? Yes, there is. Panda uses his staff on the bear, makes sure to get that one out alive. The Panda could have actually used a breath here. Next Nova is going in. Happy is doing a really good job microing his stuff here though. He's hardly losing anything, making it super hard for HoT to get anything focused down. Once in a while he gets Breath and Shadow Strike combination on one of the Gargoyles, but that's it. But yeah, Happy is still down 14 supply here. And there's 1,800 gold for HoT, who is, I'm assuming, gonna get 3-3 eventually. He's got 2-2. And getting Ultra Vision just now. That's a pretty late Ultra Vision, especially given that he opened with the Hunter's Hall extremely early on in the mains. By the way, 500 only for Happy, and HoT 300. What happened to the Acolyte? He is heading down, but oh my god, there it is. Maybe he's gonna just creep another island here quickly. HoT is falling back as well. Creeps the mercenary camp with the panda here, wasting some XP. And he's actually gonna give some time to Happy here. I think this could be a huge mistake because currently there's nothing prepped really for Happy to take another expansion. And if Happy gets a second expansion up, then he can drag this game out for much longer. Keep in mind that the island expansions are the weak ones, so to speak, with only 10,000 gold inside of them compared to the 12,500 of the gold mines on the land here of Twisted Meadows. So he grabbed this one, no expansion here though, he's gonna go for the island expansion as it is a lot more safe and hard to attack. Reveal used here with a perfect timing by HoT, but there's nothing he can do about this creep camp. DK closing in on level 5 already, Lich closing in on level 4, so yeah, level 3 coil is going to become a bit of an issue here for the Night Elf player as well, as these Hippogriffs, as you can see, 525 HP against high level Coil and Nova. That's not going to be too easy to deal with. The Scout Ghoul here doing a good job. Happy knows what's coming. Does he have a town portal? Yes, he does. And I'm assuming he's gonna be forced to use that one now. 68 supply for him, 79 for... where did all the gold go? Okay, 2 more expansions, 79 for HoT. He's not willing to break into high upkeep here. Town portal is coming in by Happy. And it looks like the fight is going to start. Roar is going to be used here. Plus 16 damage on all of the Hippogriffs. There's 1 destroyer in the air for Dispel, but there are 4. Okay, there's illusions. I was just wondering. There is 1, 2, 3 illusions. Okay, so 1 worm is actually only in the air. These 3 are illusions. The one in the arm here is the real one. And HoT seems to be quite unwilling to commit, and this is looking so much like the game between Hasuops and Nightwolf, where there was pretty much the exact same situation except for the different first hero by the Night Elf player. Another Dark Ritual used on one of the Gargoyles. The Undead Zeppelin has just been nuked out. The Worm Illusions are doing a pretty good job here, and I'm not sure if... I'm guessing that HoT can guess that it's a once of illusion, since the bottom right island has just been grabbed, and he's actually going for the town portal here. Seems to be quite uncertain here about whether or not to take this fight, but then again he killed all of the Acolytes but 1, so this expansion is heavily crippled for at least a while, and HoT isn't planning to finish the game here. He's getting 2 more expansions. He's gonna take the entire, except for the islands, he's gonna take the entire left hand side of the map, whereas Happy is having his second expansion finish right now, so both of them are going to skyrocket into huge army sizes soon. Let's see what Happy is doing macro wise. Still only 1 boneyard, 1 slaughterhouse, double crypt, so no crazy production starting for him. 3-3 HoT, so yeah, he's finished those upgrades by now as predicted. 3-2, yeah, 3-3 coming, I imagine, yeah, which isn't a huge surprise. And he's at 91 supply. He's producing more and more Hippogriffs. He's got so many of them. Hardly anything on the ground. 2 bears, few dryads, and a town portal on the warden. But these Hippogriffs are a little bit out of position. He's got to wait a little while. Now he's got a town portal in, and I'm guessing that Happy is probably just going to run away, since he's got the Unholy Aura. Maybe see if he can get a nuke in. He does just that with the Lich, but without coil, surprisingly, damage output isn't enough. This guy would have died to a level 3 coil, so I'm wondering why the Death Knight didn't use the opportunity to quickly get another free kill in. By the way, the fur box for Happy in the bottom right corner, so another item that he wouldn't have wanted. Panda, by the way, with a greater heal mana portion from here. That's another good one. So Happy, generally speaking, not exactly lucky with his item drops here. That's Cross +9, which he must have gotten here. And another expansion, okay. Just noticing it, but I have a feeling that that one isn't going to last for all too long. Did HoT get a new Town Portal? No, he didn't. He has 4 heal scrolls. But losing this expansion, this one has walked here, then turned around as he saw that it wasn't crafted, and he's gonna lose that one as well. Or is he getting a new Town Portal now? Yes, he is. The expansion down here is gonna fall, but look at how little the damage output on the ground actually is for HoT. He's going for full-on air battle, and if he ever gets that, if he ever can force Happy to actually take a fight in the air, I don't see Happy winning that still, even though he's gotten his second expansion up by now. Then again, the hit and run, this one has also not been crapped. The hit and run so far has been very successful for Happy. He's done a good job avoiding straight up fights. He's killed the expansion up here, he's killed this expansion. This expansion cannot root anywhere, and this one should be running out not all too long from now. Yeah, only 2,200 gold remaining.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
And another Town Portal is probably going to be pulled here by the Night Elf. Happy is slowly getting up to 80 supply. He's got 3 2 upgrades by now as well, so pretty close to HoT in that regard. And another Town Portal forced here. So yeah, he's playing the economy game, and he seems to be getting in better and better shape as the game progresses. Level wise, it's somewhat equal. Income wise, Happy is the one ahead currently. Army wise, he's the one still down, so he needs to play the hit and run game for a little bit longer until he's ready to fight. But I mean, this is looking so scary.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Like, to face this, he's gonna need like 100 supply gargoyles. Otherwise, he's not going to stand a chance here. This one will be crapped, I'm assuming, to finally get this Tree of Life into play. And Happy, let's see what he gets here. Staff of Silence, awesome item. Probably the best item he could have found here. Maybe except for the Pendant of Mana. But preventing the Warden from blinking away, preventing the Panda from using Breath of Fire, that's such a great weapon to have in his arsenal here.
Our forces are under attack.
And yeah, this one finally is being cracked here. But yeah, this time he's pulling the Panda away in time. Even loses a bear to creeps. Oh, and finishes this one with the Tree of Life. So he's played a very, very good early and mid game. He's gotten himself into a good position, but he seems to struggle here more and more. And apparently he's realizing it, and apparently this is kind of reflected in his performance here in the past couple of minutes. And Happy is going for another hit and run here. HoT does again not have a Town Portal. He's gonna lose so much here. 2 Moonbears have already fallen, the 3rd one's gonna fall, the 4th one's probably gonna fall as well. If Happy wants to get rid of it now, but the Warden has reached the shop, gets a new Town Portal, and Town Portal is coming in, and Happy is probably still not gonna take this fight, I'm assuming. Especially now with the way things have gone, he is not at all forced to take a fight. Coil is going to be used on the Lich, I imagine. Another Nova is coming in. Coil onto the Lich, saves that one. Another Shadow Strike, but the level 5 Death Knight should be able to keep this Lich alive permanently here. The Warden is doing some good blocking though. Where's the Death Knight running? Quite far away, but he's still easily in range to get the Coil in. Happy did get that 3rd expansion for another time. The DK is again heading quite far away from the Lich, but the rest of the army is going for another attack here on this Tree of Life on the bottom, and silence on the Night Elf Heroes again, instant dispel on the Panda. DK still has almost 200 mana. Just quickly took down another Hippogriff. Let me just check this one. 200 in there. This one isn't running, so this is the only mine for HoT currently, and it isn't, well, it's soon going to be the only mine for HoT. And it is not yet running. The Lich is getting another Frost Nova in here, and the Gargoyles are forced to get going, the Hippos are forced to get going again. Just finishing this camp right now. This one is somewhat soon, in about 4 minutes, going to run out as well. But this one is going to run out in just a second. And yeah, now it is Happy at 80 supply with 2,500 gold in the bank against HoT, who's at 70 and only has 500. It's Happy's doing so good with his hit and runs. He's casting Novas into the Hippogriffs over and over again. He's forcing HoT to buy his scrolls. He's getting some nukes. He's not losing anything here basically. And the next hit and run even gets the kill on the final Tree of Life here, except for this one. But yeah, he could actually walk this one up here because there's nothing to do on the left hand side of the map anymore. And Happy 3000 gold. He's not yet breaking. A Shredder has been dropped here by the Night Death player, doing some damage to some of the Acolytes, but I have a feeling that these air units will deal with that rather easily. The Zeppelin is already on the run, so this Shredder is doomed. Frostworm is getting the kill. And now Happy is going, never mind. Now Happy is still staying at low upkeep. I'm wondering how much gold he wants to save here. I mean, he's got no reason to go into high upkeep overly quickly. HoT is out of income and he's still mining from 3 bases, but then again there's not really any reason to save up anymore as well. He could just go to 100 supply and I think finish it, as HoT is stuck at 70 supply. He's got the best anti-air unit to counter the Gargoyles and Frostworms, but if the numbers aren't right, then even the best anti-air unit isn't gonna do anything to win him the game. 3,700 by now. Looks like he might even... Is he even just gonna give up the expansion here, go for another exchange? Yes, he is. And there's no town portal for HoT. And is he merciful? No. No reason to be. And even the Tree of Eternity is being caught here. And if this one's falling, then HoT doesn't have a main anymore. The Warden did not get a new TP, so he's gonna have to give that one up. Happy at 4,000 gold. He's really taking his sweet time here in a game that he's turned around very nicely and that seems to be almost unlosable for him at this point. Am I missing anything? No. No more Tree of Life coming. He doesn't even have to commit to a fight here. Maybe he could just go for a building kill victory. As you can see, there's a bunch of buildings for HoT on the left hand side and a bunch of buildings in his main, and that's it. If those go down, then HoT has just lost. And this might just be the case. So HoT isn't going back to defend, at least not yet. The Necropolis and the Haunted Goldmine might fall here, but Happy doesn't care. He's just going for another kill here on the buildings. The Acolytes are going for another expansion. And this one is slowly but steadily being taken down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buildings remaining for HoT. He does... I think he may not even have a single Wisp remaining alive. Yeah, I think so. At least I cannot see any on any dots on the minimap, and I cannot find any, so yeah, this is all he's got. Happy, still comfortably sitting at 80 supply, still only 3,600 gold. Yes, he's invested some more into more items. Zapper is what Hasu demands, but he's not gonna get any, apparently. And Happy is just going to finish the game in a different manner. Now at 81 supply, is he finally gonna go up to 100? Hardly has any lumber though. And he's not giving the fight here to HoT apparently. Maybe he doesn't want to risk getting a level 6 Panda or Warden. and therefore even with those numbers he doesn't want to commit to a fight. Because who knows, you know, a level 6 panda perhaps, if he can just ignore the air army and go for a hero kill, could still make things difficult for the undead, but yeah, to be honest, even if the Lich dropped dead right now, I don't see Happy losing this game. Another Nova is coming in here. The creeps are taking part in the action as well. Silence onto the Warden and the Gargoyles and the rest of the air units. Still staying safe here. The Lich going to the shop, getting an imbo.
Summoning is complete.
And another Nova coming in. The Lich is just always replenishing mana by using some Dark Ritual against the Gargoyles. And he's never gonna run out of Gargoyles. He still has 3000 gold here against 86 and 65 supply. Every unit that he's killing here with his snipes is going to be gone forever for HoT. And it looks like he doesn't even need to commit to a fight. He can just do this forever, and eventually HoT is not gonna have any hippogriffs remaining, because every Coil Nova at this point kills a hippogriff for free. And yeah, as I said, none of them is gonna come back ever. Level 5 now for the Lich. Happy is like, nope, still not committing to a fight. Another Nova, level 3 Nova is coming in here, doing so much damage to all of the air units. He's desperately trying to go for the Frost Worm, but he's not gonna get it. Another Nova is coming in. The Death Knight still sticks around the Lich, makes sure that the Unholy Aura is affecting him and that he can safely run away from the Night Elves. Ground army, the Lich now out of mana. Looks like we're gonna see another Dark Ritual here. 300 mana again. Another Nova into the Hippogriffs. The Gargoyles still not committing. Down to 51 supply. Hasu says, Happy watched my replays apparently. And Happy is taking the victory here against HoT. A very good early game for HoT. And Happy making the best out of it. Making use of the fact that there are the island expansions on Twisted Meadows, and HoT seemed to have no means of really dealing with Happy's hit and run. Basically after like the 15-minute mark, it was like 20 minutes hit and run, and HoT never really got anywhere close to forcing a fight on to Happy. He never got anywhere close to doing significant harassments to the island expansions, and Happy didn't offer any opportunities, to be fair. He basically made no mistakes during the late game. He went very methodically, kind of like Hasu Ops, for the hit and runs, took down Tree of Life after Tree of Life, and from a position where it was HoT at like 80 supply and 1700 gold or so, the game eventually changed into a position where it was Happy with 80 supply and 3600 gold. And yeah, at that point, like the last 10 minutes, the game was very, very one-sided already, and Happy took his time finishing it, and therefore he's taking the lead. HoT not going to be satisfied with how this game went, but he's gonna have to try and make the try to equalize the series on Norwood, which will be map number 2.